This news of 92.3 Nigeria Info.
A peace is the path to prosperity of a nation. Let peace reign. On federal government to transfer 8,000 naira as palliative to 12 million poor households. Senate confirms service chiefs. Police parade corporal, 2 others for armed robbery car civil as teenager in a Emoha. Commission for Work State Dakota side says administration conceived Port Harcourt Road, and on the foray uncast 87 dead bodies in mass grave in Dafa. I'm Carl Quay with the news. The House of Representatives has amended the 2022 Supplementary Appropriation Act. The House also approved President Bola Tinubu's request to source 500 billion naira from the approved budget to provide palliatives for Nigerians following the removal of petrol subsidy. The lawmakers urged the President to ensure judicial use of the funds as requested. Meanwhile, President Bola Tinubu says his government will transfer 8,000 naira to 12 million poor households in Nigeria for a period of 6 months. This was contained in a letter written to the House of Representatives regarding the $800 million loan request of the Buhari administration for the Social Safety Net program. The President said the money will be returned to the House digitally. In the meantime, an economist with the University of Port Harcourt, Orwell India, has described the proposed payment of 8,000 naira to 12 million households to cushion the effect of petrol subsidy removal as meaningless economically. Dr. Intiga quiz correspondent Soibi Ruari.
Do we have statistics of this number of things that the president wants to reach? That's the basic question. Do we know how you have the statistics? Is it what the identified families that will be reached based on income level or based on what? Some people say that you solve the problem. Economically, it will be meaningless because we've been helped to escalate the right price level.
The economist advised the president invest heavily in critical infrastructure that can improve the purchasing power of citizens. Recall that President Bola Tinubu said fees will pay on 8,000 naira over the 6 months to help reduce the hardship as a result of petrol subsidy removal. To Security News, the Chief of Police Staff, Major General Tarid Lagbaja, says he will bring on board new skills that are proactive, adaptive, and in the fight against security. General Lagbaja says during the screening of his confirmation as Chief of Army Staff by the Senate today. General Lagbaja said if confirmed, he will do his best to justify the confidence in him and the Chief of Defence Staff, Major General C.G. Musa, Chief of Naval Staff, Chief Air Staff, Air Vice Marshal H.B. Abubakar, Acting Inspector General of Police, and Major General E.P.A. Unundiade, Chief of Defence Intelligence. And the police have paraded Police Corporal Boke and 2 others for alleged armed robbery and car snatching. Spokesperson of the River State Police Command, SP Grace Iringe Koko, while briefing journalists shortly after arresting the suspect, said operatives of C4 intelligence units of the command on May 18, while a patrol intercepted a Toyota Corolla at gate axis of Adejoy, Port Harcourt. SP Iringe Koko said upon interrogation, the suspect confessed to having stolen the vehicle from the owner at gunpoint.
3 armed robbers, including a police corporal, Samuel Charles Mill and Michael Inwashuku, were arrested, while 1 member of the gang is possible engagement. The robber robbed a victim named held at gunpoint along Apostolic Church, Gateway, Port Harcourt. Suspect confessed to the crime. The police officer, Cora Bright, has been dismissed upon conclusion of the investigation, and in the police internal procedure.
The suspect also spoke about their involvement in the crime.
We meet a man that was about to enter his fortunate point at him at his vehicle. So on our way out, we meet a police patrol van. So they now after us. So on the way to escape, we get away.
I was with Bright on the 7th of May. So about the call, he said we will go for it.
G-boy called me for a car snatch. So he said that he needs a driver to drive the car. But Michael said yes, that Bright will drive the car. So Michael come with Bright. So we went for the car snatch.
And the police have arraigned a 55-year-old pastor, Pilar Erekwa, before the River State Family Court 1 for defiling and impregnating a 15-year-old girl in Ndele community, Emoha local government area. Recall that Mr. Erekwa, who is the pastor of Gracious Covenant Church in Ndele, was arrested by police operatives from the Rumuju division following a complaint by Amesi Thangard, an in-law to the 15-year-old girl. But when the matter was read in court today, Pastor Pilar Erekwa pleaded guilty to 1-count charge of sexual abuse preferred against him by the State Criminal Investigation and Intelligence Department, SCIID. The presiding magistrate of the River State Family Court 1, Chief Magistrate Oge Elkana, remanded the suspect to the Port Harcourt Correctional Centre and adjourned the matter to July 19, 2003 for facts and sentencing. A former commissioner for works in River State, Dakuku Peterside, says it was the Chibuike Amici administration who conceived the idea for ring road in Port Harcourt and commissioned the design. Dr. Peter Side said this while reacting to the contract signing of the 200 billion naira Port Harcourt ring road project by Governor Similaye Fubara yesterday. Mr. Dakuku tells correspondent Martha Okere that the construction then was suspended due to expert advice.
Let's be on record that the Rotimi administration initiated the Port Harcourt Ring Road, commissioned a design that was handled by a reverse man engineer named David West of Pearl Consulting, and that design was optimized by China Harbour Engineering Company. The construction was suspended based on expert advice at the time. The advice was that the inner city roads should be dealt with first before the outer ring road.
Dr. Side also spoke of the benefits of a ring road and how the state government can utilize such a road.
We're still battling with traffic congestion in the city of Port Harcourt. Maybe the ring road might be a solution to it. Then, if my assumption is correct, then it will open new development hubs around the city. It will enable those who own property to earn some value. I also expect that the government must make specific effort to build business and industrial hubs around the corridors of the ring road so that you can ease traffic at the city center and move them to other parts of the city.
Still to come, Rivers State government cancels recent employment exercise by the management of Ignatius Ajuri University of Education, Rumolumini, Port Harcourt. To stay tuned. Welcome back. The chairman of Eleme Local Government Council, Obarimomate Olo, says he is satisfied with the developments achieved during his 2 years in office. Mr. Olo said this as he celebrates 2 years and a month in office. He told newsmen in Port Harcourt that cultism, kidnapping, robbery and other criminal activities have been reduced to the barest minimum during his tenure. He said that human activities have increased in the area as those who left the local government due to insecurity have all returned.
All of us know what Eleme used to be. We started by, first of all, identifying all the criminal hideouts, and we faced the criminals frontally. We went after them, gave them restrictions. Those who wanted amnesty were given amnesty. And today, what we have is a very peaceful Eleme. People have come back to Eleme. Before now, around 6 p.m. in the evening, you won't see anybody outside again. All shops closed. But now you will see people outside bubbling till 2 a.m. The Eleme market, the Echeta market, people still sell there till 11 p.m. So that tells you that the place is safe.
Mr. Ola also said issues of poor electricity supply, especially in communities like Ebubu, One and Orale, have been fixed. He also said water supply has improved in communities in the area.
Now, the problem was that some of their facilities were damaged for years and nobody talked about it. But within 4 months of my assumption of office, all these people have light now. The people of Egbalo, they say they don't have light. The transformer is back. By next week, they give them a transformer. So we are not insensitive of the plight of our people. Then we go to water supply. Through this federal government scheme, we made sure that the company responsible for the supply of reticulated water system, especially within India, they carried out their job effectively, and the water supply has also improved greatly.
The Eleme local government chairman said several internal roads have been constructed by the administration in collaboration with companies in the area. He also said over 2,000 students who are indigenous of the area have benefited from his 50,000 naira student grant. The Rivers State government has cancelled the recent employment exercise conducted by the management of Ignatius Ajuru University of Education, Rumolumini, Port Harcourt. A statement by the Commissioner for Education, Chinedu Mom, said the cancellation followed the inconsistencies, irregularities and flagrant disobedience to directives concerning the just concluded recruitment exercise at the university. The statement said all appointment letters issued and received are nullified, and the affected persons are directed to return the letters to the office of the registrar of the institution and other employment-related properties such as ID cards in their possession to the office of the head of service, Rivers State, immediately. It said a proper and credible recruitment exercise will be conducted in due course. The 1998-99 alumni of the Rivers State University, also known as Special Wales, has congratulated Governor Similaye Fubara on his election victory and subsequent swearing in as Executive Governor of Rivers State. The group, in a statement by its chairman, Godspower Obresa, also congratulated the members representing the Southern Ijaw Federal Constituency House of Representatives, member for Southern Ijaw Federal Constituency in Bayelsa State, Rodney Amabiowe, the House of Assembly member for Port Harcourt Constituency 1, Solomon Wami, and the House of Assembly member for Abuaodua State Constituency, Honorable Dominic Iderima, on their victories at the various elections. The group expressed optimism that the elected officials, whom they described as their ambassadors, would discharge the responsibilities of their respective offices creditably. The statement also prayed God to give Governor Fubara the grace to transform the state through his consolidation and continuity agenda, and the lawmakers the wisdom to make good laws that will develop their various constituencies. As part of measures to improve primary healthcare facilities in various local government areas, directors from the Rivers State Primary Healthcare Management Board have conducted inspections across some model primary healthcare centers in Ogba, Egbemandoni and Obiakpo local government areas. Executive Secretary of the Board, Dr. Kinikanwo Green, while addressing journalists shortly after the inspections, said facilities within flood-prone areas will be given top priority in the renovation scheme.
We came to congratulate Mr. President and also to thank him for making one of us the Secretary to Government. He has our full support and prayers for the bold steps he has started to take, and also let him know that this is beyond party politics. We are not talking about the project Nigeria. Therefore, all hands must be on deck to foster a better country. We also see the opportunity to congratulate him as the new chairman of ECOWAS.
I apologize for that mix-up there. Dr. Green also constituted primary healthcare management boards at the local government level, charging them to ensure that healthcare centers in rural communities remain functional and secure.
We are using a multifaceted approach. On the issues of the flood, we also hope that the federal government will also synergize with the state government to ensure that people are able to live their normal lives. The primary health care in this state is not only for women and children. It is for the elderly, it is for the youth, it is for everybody. So the community has to also take ownership of the primary health centers and ensure that these health centers that have been built by the government are well secured and well protected. When the community takes ownership, everybody will also enjoy the benefits.
Obiakpo Vice Chairman Chingeru Agbara and her Onelga counterpart Dr. Stella Agada also spoke.
The issue of opportunity cost, in other words, what are we sacrificing at the...
Consequently, in business, ECOWAS has presented a reviewed document of VAT harmonization to stakeholders in the Nigerian economic sectors for the country to review it with the current economic reality. In entertainment, tens of thousands of Hollywood actors are preparing to strike after last-ditch talks between their union and streaming giants broke down around a major deadline. Sporting news, Super Falcons head coach Randy Waldrum has expressed satisfaction with the team's preparation for the 2023 FIFA Women's World Cup.
And now, we'll bring you news from around the world.
The UN says the bodies of at least 87 people allegedly killed by the Rapid Support Forces in Sudan have been found in a mass grave.
This is the news on 92.3 Nigeria Info.
Just before we go, here's a quick look at the major news stories. Earlier on, you heard the federal government is to transfer 8,000 naira as palliative to 12 million poor households. The Senate has confirmed service chiefs. The police have paraded the corporal and 2 others for armed robbery and car snatching. The police have arraigned a 55-year-old pastor for impregnating a teenager in Ndele Emoha. We told you a former commissioner for works, Rivers State Dakuku Peterside, says the Amechi administration conceived and designed the Port Harcourt Ring Road. From the foreign scene, you heard the UN has uncovered 87 dead bodies in mass graves in Darfur, Sudan. The news was edited by Onyekachi Nwosu. Mostly cloudy weather is expected in Port Harcourt this evening. Don't forget, peace is the path to the prosperity of a nation. Let peace reign. I am Carl Orakwe. Good evening.